What's up, everybody? It's Jonathan Hawkins here with Amavi. I'm super excited that today we're going to be talking about real advice, real estate. It is essentially our intro into our weekly show where we will be covering the layout. We'll be taking questions. We'll talk about how the actual format of the show is going to work on a weekly basis. We'll cover some specific topics. And we'll all be live every week, Tuesday, 9 a.m. here on this specific Facebook page. I do have people to my left on Instagram. Great to see you. Our main platform is going to be here on the Facebook page. However, if you can't get here for whatever reason and you can get to Instagram, we'll be streaming live as well. Instagram people, don't hate me that you are essentially a little bit to my left. It is good to see people jumping on. We'll wait a few minutes. I see Christian, Sophia. We've got others that are coming on. If you can hear me, I do have a lawnmower that's basically right outside the window. I am at my office, but there's still a lawnmower going on. I want to make sure that you can hear me. So if you can hear me, please leave a comment, leave some hearts on the Facebook page. I see you, Marcelo. Robert, it is good to see you. Shay, I see you. William, I see you. Michelle, I see you. Great to see you. Again, I'm super excited. Again, this first episode, if you want to call it an episode, is essentially an intro on how this is going to work. Shout out to my wife, Elizabeth, who just popped on. This is going to be an intro essentially on how things are going to be done on a weekly basis. We're going to do this. Marta, good to see you. Thanks for the love. It's going to be Tuesday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Our goal is very, very simple. It's to offer, give, educate, and provide advice. Whether you take that advice and apply it in the real estate business, whether you apply it in any type of business in your personal life, our goal is just to help, to inspire, to educate, and do anything and everything that we can to make sure that we're providing value to you and you over here as well on the left. Robert, I see you. Great to see you. Mary, I see you. Again, if you're just hopping on, our main platform is going to be here on Facebook. It'll be on my page Tuesday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. For those that are on Instagram, I will be streaming this live on Instagram as well. You're just going to see the left side of my face for the majority of the time. And the reason for that is because every week we want to bring one phenomenal real estate agent from around the world to join me to answer your questions, to go over the specific topics that you want us to talk about, whether it be a Facebook pixel, whether it be an Instagram story, whether it be how to set up your Instagram business page. It might be something along the lines of email marketing, beacons, technology, all of these different things we want to cover, but we want to go just a little bit further. And rather than just give you a 1, 2, 3 step by step, this is exactly what you want to do. We want to give you some advice. We want to tell you what we did that worked, what we did that didn't work. We want to tell you what we like to do, what we don't like to do, and whatever and however that resonates with you, that's perfectly okay. You know, I don't want to go live weekly here on Tuesday and then a year from now I see everybody doing the exact same thing that I'm doing, and the only reason is because it may not work for you. You may not like it. You may not want to do specific things, and that's okay. But on top of just the topics, again, we want to cover and just, answer your questions, provide advice. And I want this to be more than just advice on, the best time for an open house is 1 to 4. Like, I want to give more value and more advice than that. I want to talk about personal life. I want to talk about struggles, hardships. I want to know your why. I want to figure out exactly what it is that I can do to provide the most value to you. So then that way you have a phenomenal real estate business. So again, for people that are coming live on this Instagram, I see you. Nicolette, I see you. Khadijah, I see you. For everybody that is here on Facebook, Sarah, great to see you. Marta, I see you. Elizabeth, hey. I'm just waiting to see if anybody else is going to pop on. And then we'll kind of just go over my 4 specific topics and kind of break those down. And then we can talk about and try and get some specific people and whatnot. Again, if you have questions, if you have topics, if you just want to say something, make sure that you leave a comment. So then that way I can actually see it. If you're watching this, thank you. First off, sorry, I was typing one of the agenda items. If you're watching this, I appreciate it. I don't expect you to show up every single week, 9 a.m. I'm not keeping a log. I'm not keeping a diary. I'm not keeping anything. This is for you. If you pop on one time out of the entire year, I hope you get some value. If you're here every single day that we do this, that's phenomenal. What we are going to try and do is incorporate some type of giveaway system. So then that way, again, we can just provide more and more value. I don't want to just give away a restaurant gift card or whatnot. We want to connect with some of the top industry leaders. We want to provide even more. Maybe it be an ad credit for a Facebook ad that we might talk about. Maybe it be a 30-minute private session with me. Maybe it be a specific book, whatever it may be. That's the type of things that we want to give away to you. There's tons of people that are popping on both on Instagram and Facebook. It is great to see all of you. Sarah asked a question. She said that, or not a question, but a statement. She said she's planning her first mega open house inspired by your Sell It Like a Rockstar interview. Awesome. Those are the type of interviews that we want to have weekly. And we want to go, again, just one step further rather than just talk about my mega open house and how it works and a specific checklist and the actual items that we're doing. We want to tell you what we did wrong. We want to tell you how we got to the point of doing a mega open house. We want to tell you what worked for us, what didn't work for us, what we like to do, what we don't like to do. But at the end of the day, if I were to provide something like a mega open house checklist, remember, you have to personalize it. You have to customize it. You have to make it your own. If there's something on that specific list that you don't like to do, you're not going to do it well. Let me repeat that. If there's something on the list that you don't like to do, you're not going to do it well. So any and everything that we say, apply it to your life, apply it to your business, apply it to your market, apply it to every single thing. And if it's something that would work, then great. If not, no hard feelings. Okay. Sarah, you love a template or guideline for social media ads, outreach. What I was going to say is on top of this weekly show, I do have a private Facebook group. That group is called Amavi Mastermind. Can you shut the window? That group is called Amavi Mastermind, and that is on. Sorry, the sun came out and the glare got really bad. That group is called Amavi Mastermind. In that specific group is where I'll be posting checklists, where you can find specific guides, where you can interact with the community that we're building here. Again, just to provide more and more and more and more value to you. So if you're watching on Instagram or on Facebook, as far as any type of guide or checklist or whatever, it'll always go in that Amavi Mastermind group. Sarah, you're in it. So as far as a template guideline for social media ads, you're going to have to expand just a little bit. To me, social media ads can mean a plethora of things. So if it's a specific topic, if it's a specific system that maybe you're referring to, a Facebook first-time home buyer ad that goes to X audience, put that in the comments. If you're watching this later on and you're not here on the live, please also make sure that you're adding your comments. The reason that I want your comments are because those are the topics that we want to cover. So essentially, we're going to break this down into 4 different things and wrap it up for today. The layout, again, it's very simple. Every Tuesday, 9 a.m., with the main platform being here on Facebook, although Instagram will be streaming to my left. Here on Facebook, 9 a.m., tune in. We will be doing this live for as long as we can, and in any area that we're in, we're going to do whatever we can to make sure that it works. As far as questions, the only way that this is really going to work is if we get questions, if we get specific things that you guys want to hear about it. Shay asked, how do you spell Amavi Mastermind? Amavi is AMAVI, which is on my shirt, which is probably inverted. And it's, for those on Facebook, it's on your screen. I'm just scrolling through because I see that there were a few questions that I missed. Hey, Sophie, good to see you. Sophie said, you're right. If there's something that you don't like to do, you're not going to do it well. And the caveat to that is if there's something that you like to do, you're probably going to do it a little bit better. We like to use one common theme here. It's do common things uncommonly. Again, do common things uncommonly. Any and everything that I talk about, it might be completely overhead. You might go, oh my goodness, he knows this and he knows that, and he's doing this on social media and yada, 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 yada. Do common things uncommonly. If your best source of business is a mega open house, or excuse me, an open house, then do it uncommonly. If the traditional open house is a water bottle, a notepad, and an agent that hides in the corner, don't be the agent that hides in the corner. Don't just offer a water bottle and don't just have a notepad. Do something uncommonly. There's tons of people that are always reaching out on how do you do this? How do you do that? How do you do this? How do you do that? And I just say, what exactly are you doing? You tell me what you're doing. And then we just give you advice on how to do it better. So again, the layout is going to be 9 a.m. here, the Facebook group, streaming live to the left. If you have questions, they will definitely be answered, whether they're here live or if you're watching this after, post them in the comment section and we will get to your questions. If it's a question that's not particularly relevant to that specific topic, then what we can do is we can actually expand on it. If we have a common theme or threads of specific comments, we can make that into a specific topic. If there's something specific that I'm going to give, Morris, Judy, Tracy, I see you. Jennifer, I see you. Thank you so much for hopping on. If there's specific questions and I answer them and I say, hey, I'm going to, I'll send a guide or check the files for, the specific checklist or whatnot, that's all going to go in the Amavi Mastermind Facebook group. Again, any download, anything will go Amavi Mastermind Facebook group, no costs involved. You just click, you go to Facebook, you search Amavi Mastermind, click join the group. It'll ask you 3 questions: what area you're from, what you want to learn out of the group, and what's your favorite food. Yes, it will ask what your favorite food is. You're going to soon realize if you're going to be here weekly that I try and do things a little bit differently. So the favorite food is not because I'm going to order you surf and turf if you write that down. It's just, hey, it's just a little icebreaker. So, don't take it too seriously. Some people have joined the group and absolutely refused to tell me what their favorite food is. And I just reject them from the group. We don't want that type of mentality in the group. And the group is more than just me providing guides and files and whatnot. That group is also to continue the dialogue, to answer more questions, to hear from fellow peers, from fellow industry leaders who are also in that group that want to do one and one thing only, provide value to you. So if we're going to download anything, it's going to be in the Amavi Mastermind group. Morris, Judy, Melly, thank you for joining. For everybody on Facebook, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate the love. The third thing, my goal every single week is to have another agent side by side on the camera with me. What that means is if you would like to be one of those agents that want to talk about something, that are passionate about a specific topic, real estate, personal, whatever it is, that it's something that we can apply to the entire group, please, please, please send me an email. You can send me an email at info@amavigroup.com. If you send me an email, just obviously tell me, hey, it's John Doe from Jane Doe City, and I'd love to talk about X on your Facebook group. Again, this is only going to work if we can get agents. I'm going to be reaching out to tons of agents personally to get them on. But if you have specific topics, questions, or whatnot, I want to make sure that we're bringing other people in. So then that way you're getting, possibly two different perspectives, possibly two different outlooks, maybe two people that have done something completely wrong, and we both have learned how to do it right. And again, we just want to show you exactly how that's done. So if you're an agent and you're watching this, whether it be now live or whether it be throughout the week, leave a comment or shoot me an email, info@Amavi Group. Chris, Pete, I'm not sure how to say that name. Leod, Victoria, I think. Make sure that you shoot me an email, info@Amavi Group, or leave a comment. As far as, on top of, if you're an agent that wants to go live or has a topic or an idea or whatnot that you want to share, maybe it's something that you just don't know too much about, but you want to learn. I need to know the topics that you want to cover. I can come in here and I can talk all day about tons of crazy things, which I don't mind doing. But I want to touch on the topics that you want to cover. I want to go over the things that mean the most to you. So if you're hopping onto this group and you have specific topics that you want me to cover, make sure that you either leave a comment or you shoot me an email, you send a carrier pigeon, do whatever you need to do to make sure that I get the message. So then that way we can actually, cover those specific topics. Before I go, I'm just going to scroll through my Instagram to see if there was any questions. Tons and tons of people that have logged on, well over 100. So it's hard to get to every single person. But if you did join, I do appreciate you. You are not unnoticed. I see you here. Morris, Judy, I see you. Huber, I see you. Eric, I see you. Alexis, I see you. Patrick, there's more and more on Facebook. Again, more and more people jumping on. Thank you. If you know a specific agent, whether it be in your community, whether it be somewhere else amongst the country, that you think might, one, be able to provide value also to our group. Two, maybe it's a specific agent that you think would be phenomenal to go on camera and talk about something. Or three, if you just know somebody that, hey, maybe they need a little kick in their business. Maybe they need a little bit of advice. Maybe it's something that they can get out of this group. Make sure that you tag them in the comments on Facebook. Adam, I see you. Hey, make sure that you tag those specific people. Again, it doesn't have to just be real estate. The advice that I'm going to get, you take the word real estate out of it and you input whatever you want: car salesman, mortgage broker, lawnmower, whatever. And those business practices and principles can be applied anywhere. So if you know somebody that runs a small business, if you know somebody that runs a business, wants to run a business, thinks that they're going to quit their job tomorrow, become a realtor the next day, and become a billionaire in one night, those are the people that you need to tag also in the group. And I'm not going to be the one that tell them that it's not going to work. I'm just going to be the one that hopefully can get them there. And once they make a lot of money, they'll remember where it all started from. So we hope to make billionaires in this group. But Jennifer, I see you. Let me see. I got a few more questions. Again, social media stuff. I see some open house stuff. As far as open house and registering and whatnot, we use BombBomb. That could be something that we talk about in a future episode. I know some phenomenal people that are using BombBomb, so we can definitely dive into that platform and talk about it. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate you trying to get me some hearts and like as well. Jennifer says, let's owe Jonathan likes and hearts for taking the time to help other agents. To be honest with you, I completely appreciate the comment. It's definitely not necessary, but it doesn't go unnoticed. You can see that I said that we were going to end like 10 minutes ago, and I'm still talking and smiling because this is honestly something that I love to do. I can literally just keep this camera on all day and just sit here and answer everybody's questions. Frank, Jill, Joel, and that's because I know that it's going to help. I know that if I had something like this, and I had somebody that's actually willing to show me 100% of what they're going to do, not show me 80%, not show me 50%, not talk about something that they're not doing. If I had somebody that's saying, this is exactly how we've done it, this is exactly what worked, what didn't work, this is exactly, every single thing, then, yeah, it definitely would have been great for me. So since I didn't find that, I wanted to make sure that I can at least try and provide that with you, and also bring on some phenomenal friends that are in this industry as well, that want to do the same thing, which is just to provide value. Any and everybody that we're going to bring on here weekly, never think that they're only here to promote themselves. Never think that they're only here for their benefit. Every person, including myself, is here to benefit you, to benefit any and everybody that you're going to share this video with, any and everybody that you tag. And that's pretty much it. So that's kind of our layout. We'll be back Tuesday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will be announcing the agent that we're going to be bringing on this Friday afternoon. Again, if you're an agent that wants to come on, I need to know. Shoot me an email at info@Amavi Group, or you can also just leave a comment, whether it be here on Facebook, or if you're watching to my left on Instagram, you can definitely leave a comment there. Topics, ideas, words of support, anything that you want to do, make sure that you leave a comment, shoot me an email, and we will make sure that we get those topics covered for you. Again, if you're going to come on next week, it'll be slightly different just because we're going to have 2 people on screen. So don't be alarmed when you log on next week and then there's 2 people and you're trying to figure out what's happening because the layout's a little bit different. Just log on 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'll be setting the calendar reminder again. So then that way, if you just go on the Facebook group, on my Facebook page, you can just get a reminder, and then that way you don't have to worry about it. Candace, great to see you. Jennifer, the question you say is how to get notified when you go live again. On my Facebook page, so if you just go to facebook.com/Jonathan Hawkins Estates, that's where you're at. If you don't like the page already, make sure that you like it, and then that way, anytime that I'm planning to go live, you'll instantly be notified of that. And then you can just get a reminder. And it's very simple. You'll just get a reminder when I'm going live. If you have questions, ideas, topics, put them in the comments. Please, please, please share this with an agent that you want to help. Share it with somebody that you want to impact their business. Either share it or tag them directly here on the page. If you haven't liked the page, please like it. I thank you. I value you. I hope to bring 10 times more value than I even think that I can bring you. Again, it's my honor to be here. I will see you Tuesday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time next week. Leave your topics, your questions, share, tag. I will see you next week. Thank you.